Today on the galley, we're making a copycat Lawry's seasoning salt. Now, I like the Lawry's on my scrambled eggs. So that's why I make it. I make this to have for my eggs. It's just one of those things that I like. Now, the stuff you buy in the store, obviously that first ingredient is salt. And that is not a really nice salt like we are going to use today. That is that sodium chloride. It's that salt. It's been chemically altered and bleached, and it's going to do nothing to make your blood pressure shoot up. It's going to make your ankles swell. All of that bad stuff that we know that salt can do. I'm using my Diamond Kosher salt because, you know, that is the lowest of the sodium count, and it's all natural, and there's no additives at all in it. Now, I did 1/4 cup of my Diamond Kosher salt. I really think that you need to do this in a spice grinder or a high-speed blender or something, because this really, you want to break this up into a powder. Next, I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of white pepper. I think I got that almost exactly right, and I did. 1 tablespoon each garlic powder and onion powder. We're going to do 1.5 tablespoons of paprika. Now, in the store-bought stuff, it has extracts of paprika. Now, anything that you see in the store that says extracts of, you want to stay away from, because it is a petroleum-based product. So what they do in the case of paprika is they take the red peppers and they soak them in something like hexene, which is a petroleum-based product, and they soak it in there, and that's how they extract the color and the flavor. So they say, oh, the hexene, it disappears, it goes away. Do you believe that? I don't believe that, and I prefer just to use paprika instead of something that's been soaked in petroleum. I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of my pure cane sugar, and you could do your coconut sugar here too as well, would be nice, or your date sugar. The date sugar and things like this I tend not to use because they really start absorbing moisture. And then I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of turmeric. And then, you know, this is kind of up to you, but you can do a little bit of cayenne. So for me, I'm going to do about 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne. So, of course, you know what they have in the ingredient list. Of course, my favorite, natural flavors. So, you know, that means it can have up to 100 chemicals and solvents in that one ingredient. So let's give it a whirl. Now, of course, the best thing about this is we got to pick out every single ingredient, right? We know where every single spice came from, and it's all great. Now, there's something else in the store-bought. Tricalcium phosphate. And they put this in there to make it free-flowing. Well, honestly, if you do nothing and it gets a little, you know, humidity to it, you can just break it up. You can put it back in your spice grinder. Or you can put some dried beans in there, and they will help to draw that moisture as well. So here we go. Now I have to make me some eggs. Honestly, I made this video because I wanted some scrambled eggs, and I was out of my Lawry's, of my DIY Lawry's. So see y'all later.